A brand new Young Sheldon Season 5 Episode 4 promo spots sees Georgie, Montana Jordan, moving out of the Cooper house. George, Lance Barber, and Mary's Zoe Perry, eldest, decided to quit school despite his parents' strong objections. But it seems like he'll get his way for now, even if he needs to fend off for himself moving forward. The first 2 episodes of Young Sheldon Season 5 primarily focused on building up the burgeoning romance between George and Brenda Sparks, Marissa Peterman. But as the year continues, CBS is shifting the spotlight to the Cooper family's collective and individual arcs. For Georgie, that means giving up on high school altogether after he realizes that studying doesn't really interest him anymore. Instead, he wants to work full-time in an effort to be independent. Understandably, his parents are upset about this, but there's nothing they can do about it. To teach his son a lesson, George kicked out his eldest unless he changes his mind and comes back to school. Mima, Annie Potts, took him in for a while, but based on a new promo for Young Sheldon Season 5 Episode 4, titled Pish Posh and a Secret Back Room, Georgie will be forced to move out of the Cooper's main house and into the garage. In the clip, he explains his new setup to Mary, who's petrified that he's planning on using the sink to relieve himself. Watch the video below. This checks out with what happens elsewhere in the episode. As per a previously released Young Sheldon Season 5, Episode 4 TV spot, Missy, Reagan Revord, suggests that she moves out of her current room and takes over Georgie's. This way, she and Sheldon, Ian Armitage, get their respective personal spaces, which she says is integral because they are growing up. Interestingly, Sheldon is opposed to the idea. In The Big Bang Theory, he hated change, and this is a big one since he's always shared a room with his twin. However, since he's able to move his train set in his room, chances are that this plan pushes forward. The question is, will it actually stick? There's still a possibility that Georgie moves back into the house, which forces Missy and Sheldon to share space again. In any case, George and Mary shouldn't worry too much about Georgie. In The Big Bang Theory, he eventually becomes a successful businessman, running Mr. Tire, which is the largest tire dealership in Texas. Unfortunately, his dad is no longer around when this happens, which is a little heartbreaking considering that George was always worried about his future. Perhaps the Cooper patriarchs sees the potential in his eldest as their story continues in.